Also, your camera's tilted way too high up. I can see like the ducting in your ceiling.
Yeah, well, I just saw myself.
I saw myself once. I was not impressed at all. I'm wearing a hat because I wanted to make it seem like I was making an effort for once. Now, this is an awful hat that doesn't really look like it fits my head at all, but look at me making an effort wearing a thing on my head. I should be making an effort because I have no hair, so something should be covering my head at all times. But look at me in my horrible Sunday afternoons rain hat or whatever it is. It's terrible.
You're going
it looks
to
terrible.
Sears to stand outside and peep on people.
That is what I looked like. Holy shit, you're right. I look like an absolute creeper. This needs to be more like one of those like a newsy cap. No, like one of those caps that people. This is terrible content for an audio medium. Welcome to another episode of two dumb fucks talking into a microphone to nobody in particular. That's what it should be called. It should just be called two dumb motherfuckers talking to each other for no reason. The podcast. I mean, you could include fucker in the name, just like, WTF with Mark Maron. What the fuck? I don't know. Maybe you can't do that anymore. Maybe he was sort of grandfathered in.
Fuddrucker.
The official Fuddruckers podcast. And we have nothing to do with the chain Fuddruckers, and we never talk about Fuddruckers. It's a Fuddruckers podcast, and it's pure white supremacy. That the entire time. It's just, what if it was that? Fuddruckers are like, how's that podcast doing? Oh yeah, we don't know what they're talking about. Let's listen in, and it's literally just people saying Heil Hitler over and over again. Fuddruckers podcast.
We can just play a song. We don't even need to say anything. Someone did the math already.
Yeah. I mean, I've been listening to this podcast, Come Town, I told you about, and their opening song, at least in the beginning, is literally just the Home Improvement theme. Like, I don't... Exactly. With that and everything. Every episode starts with that, and I'm like, they're gonna get... Surely they get a cease and desist eventually for using this over and over again, because it became a very successful podcast.
But the thing is, then Home Improvement's going to be associated with Come Town. And, sometimes there's lines you just are like, it's not worth crossing.
That's true. That's true. It's the Barbra Streisand effect. It's the Streisand effect, where if you ask somebody to stop doing something, it just highlights the problem more. The Barbra Streisand effect was like she wanted her home to be taken off of Google Maps and like Google Street View, I think. And because she wanted it taken off of Google Maps, everybody found out where it was on Google Maps. That's a Streisand effect.
I think we discussed this a couple episodes ago.
The Streisand effect? I don't remember.
Prefer to be ziggy-zaggied.
Well, I've been listening to Come Town, and they're all like, yeah, we discussed this on the episode a few episodes ago, and I'm listening chronologically. I'm like, no, you didn't. You just talked about this randomly and think you talked about it on the podcast. Anyway, that's really boring material, so I apologize for that. I listened to this other podcast. That's great material. That's great.
Yeah, if you're looking for alternate listening sources, we are your podcast to dump in favor of Come Town. It's there for you. We are there for us.
Come Town's over.
Come Town's over. It's now Jizville.
Jizzopolis. They've moved from a town to a city, and it's Jizzopolis. No, they made hundreds of thousands of dollars off of their podcast, saying the most irreverent, craziest shit I've ever heard.
One day I hope to make hundreds of thousands of pennies. I mean, that's pretty good. 100,000 pennies get you what, 10 grand?
5 pennies is a good place to start. 5 pennies is worth roughly $100.
I'll take a penny farthing. I don't even care.
A penny farthing, what is that?
I don't know. It's just more than a penny clothing.
A penny clothing is a thing?
Clothing. Yeah, clothing.
Clothing.
Farthing, close thing.
Close.
Delete that. You suck.
You're saying we need to delete that because I didn't understand your pun?
Yes, exactly. Sometimes
it's still a good pun.
Yeah, but
you had to make it more explicit. A penny close thing, not a penny clothing. Because clothing, I'm thinking clothing. You're just pronouncing clothing wrong. I'm not good on my feet. I'm going to be honest. I'm just not.
You're sitting down.
I know. I'm sitting down. I'm bald. There's nothing going for me. I'm developing fucking jowls. Look at this shit right here. Fucking disgusting.
Look, you could be the next Churchill.
Yes, sure. Him.
No. Fuck it. I saw Gary Oldman. That was all he said for 2 hours in that movie. Nah, fuck Hitler.
That was a big part of Churchill's thing. He was like, everyone else gave in. We are fighting. We're fighting. He did it with America's help, obviously, but like
World War I if by air, World War II if by sea.
Yeah. We'll decide what war it is based on the Paul Revere run, right?
Yeah.
One if by air, two. World War One if by air. That's funny. Anyway, I have more info about my colonoscopy. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay, I'm just kidding. I have no more info. I'm getting a CT scan soon. I have no info. I just wanted to see how you'd react to that. Being like, you're talking about this for the fourth time in a row? No, I'm not.
Don't worry. Nothing. We got nothing else to talk about. No one brought any topics today. Topic. How about?
Here's an interesting question.
Oh, is it?
I was on Reddit today, and there was someone who was talking about some shoes they bought. Now, the shoes were like half a size or a size too small for them, but they were a good deal, right? And the shoes don't really fit. So the shoes are normally like $155, $160, and they got them for $100.
Send them back.
But is it still a good deal? Even if they don't fit you, is it still a good deal?
If you can sell them for $120, but it's not a good deal for you in terms of value. You're not getting any value out of them because you're not going to wear them because they don't fit.
That's what I believe too, but I think there is something to be said. Well, it's like irrespective. Is the discount enough to warrant getting something, even if it doesn't work for you, you don't need it?
Never. Do not buy things you do not need nor will ever use. I've been doing that a long time. It's not worth it. I could have a house by now if I didn't fuck up so bad.
Yeah.
Just buying shit.
Nothing's a good deal if you don't have any money, and nothing's a good deal if the thing you're getting doesn't fit your feet, I guess. Well, that's the end of that conversation.
I can give you a free sack of shit. Not a good deal because you're not going to be able to use it.
Right.
Nor do you want it. So, yeah.
Well, you don't know that. Some people have some weird fetishes.
Some people are arsonists. They're like, this is great. This is great material. This is great content for my thing. Arson Wells.
And that's their signature, is just a flaming bag of poop wherever they set a house on fire. He struck again. They left the poop in front of the house. I think we need to go all in on Iran. We need to lose more soldiers in Iran. And we have to have more downed pilots because it'll make for good movies later on.
You can't spell American war crimes without Iran. So let's do it.
I mean, IRAN, that's in a lot of different things. So American war crimes. Yes, there's an I, an R, an A, and an N in there, but that's not.
I mean, honestly, I could have just shortened it to American, but I decided to go all in.
Ameriran.
This is Ameriran.
Oh,
don't catch you missile-in. Don't catch you missile-in.
This is America.
I got nukes in my area.
I got the button. I got to press on it. I took care of my dog recently. Just stop.
Took care of her?
Oh.
Took care of the problem, Mom and Dad. Fuck Hitler.
Yeah. Yeah, she's floating in the swimming pool. It's a bloody mess. You don't want to look back there.
I'm coming down there to swim.
You're coming down to LA just to swim?
Just swim. That's it.
That's cool. I hope you enjoy it. There's good swimming out here. Why are you actually coming down to LA?
Oh, I'm not.
Oh.
This next time I am, I'm only coming to swim at your parents' pool.
Because, right, again, they don't allow you in the house. So, but you could swim in the pool.
Yeah, enter through the garage.
I took care of this old geriatric animal. She's going to be 17 in July. And she's just, she's just standing. She'll stand there and then just fall.
Harlem Shake. It's coming back.
Harlem Shake. That's what we call it. She's doing her little Harlem Shake. Meanwhile, she's like spasming from like a seizure or something. It's adorable. Look at her seizing. Look at her brain slowly stopping functioning.
Is it humane to keep her alive?
She's still doing all right, to be honest. I'm exaggerating it a bit. I mean, she is tripping around, falling all over the place, but she gets very excited when she sees me. When my parents come, she starts running around. She's got life in her when she can summon it up, but
look, I get about 10 minutes a day too, and I'm like, you can put me down anytime.
Yeah. Yeah, just because you experience a little bit of joy every day doesn't mean the rest of your life is worth living.
Yeah.
I think that's a message you're trying to say.
Yeah, never seek more joy. It's just not there. Almond joy, you can have 20 of those.
You have to let these things happen as they happen, or so. That's a little bit of misogyny there that I'll just edit out.
You don't get to edit out your terrible stuff.
I absolutely get to edit out. I've edited out some horrible things you've said. I've been like, he's not going to like hearing that. I'm just editing that out preemptively.
I've literally never said anything that wasn't absolutely 100% highly
A few episodes ago, you described the Quebecois as virus people.
Yeah.
so
I call Los Angeles virus people. What do you want?
Yes, but the Quebecois speak French, which means that they actually are virus people, which means you're not supposed to call them virus people. You can joke about people who aren't virus people.
I'm allowed to hit nails on heads.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, I'll unedit that part out and just repost it.
Yeah, no one was prepared. I was ready to just write this week off.
What do you mean? Why?
I don't know. I'm ready for next week.
And it's only Monday.
Only Monday.
All right, why are you having such a bad week? If you don't want to talk about it, it's fine.
I'm just tired, in my soul.
That's not a thing.
Souls are being weary.
Both. And you can't be either of them. It's like how I can't be a free spirit because of just because of who I am.
Because the bondage that you set yourself onto.
Like, it's like if I went to the free spirit store, I'll be like, I'll have one free spirit, please. And they'll be like, first of all, it's not free. And second of all, they just don't come in whatever configuration you are.
Yeah, you need coupons.
No, even that. It's like a shoe that doesn't fit. It's like we got none of them in your size, shape, and hair loss. So no free spirit for you. Sorry about that.
What do you mean? You went to exercise? You put a rug on your wall? I don't know. It seems pretty freedom to me.
No, I put the rug back up on my wall to make a slightly interesting background, but it feels like a defeat ultimately because in the week since we talked about it, I did nothing to actually change the situation behind me. Every time I talk about it, I burp. And instead, I was just like, well, back to the carpet again. Let's go. Let's go. I can't think about this. I can't even entertain the thought of changing my habits for 1 second.
It's foolhardy. Can't old dog teach new tribes. Ticks.
Tribes. Tribes. Can't old dog teach new tribes?
Yep. We're stuck forever with that bone.
Well, I do feel like at 37, the hair's gone. I'm kind of who I am, It's just the bags are going to get bigger and the skin is going to get saggier and the eyes are going to get duller and the ears are going to get larger and the nose is going to get redder. And that's sort of just it now.
And that's
forever.
how you become Santa Claus.
Yeah. I could be a mall Santa.
Everyone just slowly Tim Allening into fucking Santa Clauses. That's millennials Santa Claus. We'll all be Santa Claus soon.
I'll be a mall Santa who just whispers Hebrew into kids' ears. Daddy, Daddy, fucking, what the fuck am I? Santa.
Jeez.
Santa, I want a fire truck. You should consider converting to Judaism. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech. What?
Get super from on the Pesach.
Yeah. I got these payas right here. That Santa Claus doesn't wear those.
Oh. Happy Pesach.
Oh, yeah, that's true. It is Passover. We were going to have a Passover dinner tonight at my parents' house, but like my mom.
Got Passover.
Exactly. We put the lamb's blood on the door, which is a fucking crazy thing it's a crazy story of Passover that, let my people go. No, let them go. No, let them go. No, let them go. No. Okay. We'll put lamb's blood on all our doors of the Jews so that when God comes, he'll only kill the firstborn of the non-Jews. Fucking insane. Like, in a way, doesn't that kind of predict the Israel-Palestine conflict?
Damn.
That's pretty fucked up, but like, holy shit, we are the chosen people and God's just going to come in and kill everyone else. That's a pro-immigration story too. It's we want to leave. It's not you're trying to make us leave. It's we want to leave.
Yeah. Look, we'll self-deport. Just give us that $1,000.
Yeah. Just let us go. No, we need you. What work could Jews possibly have done anyway that would be any better than like non-Jews doing carpentry, Yeah, maybe it was free labor, but like, I can only imagine Jews going, oh, my back, I can't carry any more of these stones up this hill. And shut up. Ow, my back, it hurts more now. You keep hitting me in the back with your whip. It hurts so much. Yeah. That's just Jews. They'd all just be a bunch of whiny weaklings who couldn't pick up a single thing and make it into a pyramid or whatever. He should have let them go, is what I'm saying. The Pharaoh should have let them go. He would have had a much better time if he just...
Yeah, they might have come back and be like, hey, you know what? Not so great out there in the desert. We'll work for you. Just give us a little more food.
Yeah. If you had let us go, we would have wandered in the desert and we would have realized how great we had it when we was working under you. But since you wouldn't let us go, now we can't come back because you were so mean to us in the first place. I don't know what accent is that. That is that. I can't talk.
Like Boston Deli.
Yeah. We were wandering in the desert for 40 years. Is it 40 days and 40 nights? I don't remember. It was 40 years. They wandered in the desert. And if you look at Israel, it's not a very big desert. They were going in circles. The Negev desert. I don't know. I guess the Arabian Peninsula is kind of big, but they should have found the promised land much quicker. Someone was very bad at navigating them around. And I think it was Moses. I got to blow.
Yeah, which promised land was this? It was already inhabited. Oh, this Noseblower ad break is brought to you by Cadbury. If you want to be sick to your stomach after eating one crazy 90-gram sugar creamy egg, why is the egg creamy? Come on down to Cadbury. Pop open an egg, stick your tongue in, and get that cream out. Cadbury. Eggs.
Right, it was Easter as well, in addition to it being Passover. Why is it that Jewish holidays line up with Christian holidays so well?
Oh, because Christians have stolen all the holidays from people. The pagans, the Jews, everybody.
But yeah, no, there was nobody in the Promised Land, however many thousands of years ago when the Jews were there. It just was the Promised Land. It was uninhabited, and
what did they call it when they made it?
They're like, oh, I think this is it. They saw some olive trees and they're like, this is it.
Promised Landia.
Yeah, Promlandia.
Egypt too. Are they at war right now?
No, I don't think so. But with all these Bible stories, don't you want to just say, look, this never happened, so you shouldn't base any of your behavior on this. None of this happened.
I don't want to say that. I want to say this may have happened, but also base your behavior on the good intentions of the words, not on the strict versage that is in there.
Sure, but
man may never live with man. Who cares? That's the Old Testament. You new Christians, get on with it. Yeah. Move past. If you're gonna eat shrimp, you gotta be fine with people kissing whoever they want, tongue and everything.
That's funny. If you're gonna eat shrimp, you gotta. I like that logic. Because let he who has not sinned cast the first stone. Yeah. But
rolling or otherwise,
I'm sure Jesus was real, but I don't think there's any basis for the story of Passover. There's no basis for the Jews having been enslaved by the Egyptians.
Why not?
So I've heard Jews be like, black people were enslaved, we're enslaved, and I want to be like, I don't know if we were. And if we were, it was thousands of years ago. This happened, the black people being enslaved, 160, 170 years ago. It was a bit more recent. It's a bit more of a raw wound than this story that may have been completely made up.
But who wrote it? Someone had to write this thing. There's some guy out there just rolling in his grave. I can't believe I didn't get any credit for this story. So literally the world's most best-selling story of all time, and I get nothing.
I think if you brought the Bible to God and he paged through it, he was like, look, this book has a certain guy's fingerprints all over it, and they ain't mine. Now, I know the dude, and he's a pretty good writer. Repeats himself a bit much. I'm seeing that a lot in here. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but let's just say he's my arch nemesis, and he's getting you to behave in absolutely insane ways in the name of me, which I do not approve of at all.
It was John the Apostle, it was Luke, and it was Picard.
John Luke Picard. Picard being a French name that didn't even exist back then. So that's very
Let my
accurate.
people make it so.
Yes, Mr. Spock. No, wait, that's the original Star Trek. That's not the Next Generation.
Yep. Nanu. Where were the other drugs going?
What's that a reference to?
Batman. You just do this and say whatever.
Oh, where is she? That?
Yeah. Luke, I am your destiny.
Well, the line in Star Wars is not Luke, I am your father. It's no, I am your father. Not that Luke's name is No. It's just Luke is saying, you killed my father. And then Darth Vader says, no, I am your father.
You think it's no with a K, though? Like, no, I am your father. Like, know that.
Could be. It could be.
Let's see that script. Release the Star Wars scripts. George Lucas.
That would be a very George Lucas thing to do. Yeah, well, it's not no, I am your father either. It's KNOW. So it has a completely different meaning. It's not Luke, I am your father. It's not NO, I am your father. It's KNOW, that I am your father.
And and Luke, he shot first.
Although it's Han shot first.
No.
No, NO or KNOW.
Ooh.
I mean, if you watch the original movie, Han obviously shot first.
You can't.
You can.
Where?
I mean, there's videos of Han shooting first online.
Well, he gets a bang bang play. I think he gets 2 years for manslaughter.
Well, no, because aliens don't have the same sort of laws and rules applied to them.
Yes,
that humans
my
do.
bad. Alien slaughter.
Exactly. Aliens. Fuck, my nose is running again. God, what the fuck is wrong with my stupid fucking nose? I'm so fucking sick of it. It's fucking ridiculous.
Second Noseblow ad break is brought to you by the original trilogy. Yeah, that's right. We're talking about Fast and Furious, baby. Fast and Furious 1, Too Fast, Too Furious, Fast and Furious 3, Tokyo's Drift. Go watch them and be like, man, I'm glad this isn't Star Wars. Fast and Furious. I'm glad it isn't Star Wars.
There are like 3 trilogies of Fast and the Furious now, right?
There are 3 and 2/3.
What are the 2/3? Oh, right. There's
10 and 11.
But there's also Hobbs and Shaw.
Hobbs and Shaw.
Tokyo
Is
Drift.
that the only spinoff? I thought there was another one.
I think they'll make more money just doing another Fast and Furious movie rather than a spin-off of a Fast and Furious. People just want to see the cars.
We're
do
waiting.
Insane thing.
We need the final scene, spoilers alert, where Dom, maybe his son too, was in the car that the dam broke and they were in the car and they may or may not have survived. I assume they die, but
I hope they die.
Far be it from me. I bet the opening scene is going to be like everyone sad at a funeral, and then they're going to eagle eye the fuck out of us. If anyone remembers that movie, eagle eyeing is a very specific movie trope. They misdirect you. They're like, oh no, your protagonist died. Psych, it was someone else. In this case, it was his twin brother.
That's a really horrible, shitty, like it's such a lazy movie trope too.
Chia Seed LaBeouf.
As opposed to Shia LaBeouf. You know, he was recently seen in Paris just yelling at a woman.
I thought it was New Orleans.
Was it New Orleans? I thought it was Paris. Maybe it was New Orleans.
He went, I don't know. He went to jail in New Orleans, got bailed. Didn't see him when I was there, so he must have, maybe he skedaddled to Paris to yell at somebody. Look, next time I'm in Paris, I'm yelling at somebody. Well, bring my damn croissant.
Yeah, but he was like yelling, like at a woman sitting at a different table. It was bizarre.
We should check on Shia.
No, I don't really care about it.
I think he's a bad person.
He seems deeply angry. Like you can only say someone's angry for so long before like you have to associate their acts with that anger. You know, you can't just be like, oh yeah, he killed people, but he's angry. You know, lots of bad people are very angry.
Did you see that Kanye stage though? I mean, dude, if he weren't just one of the top 10 worst people on the planet.
Was it stage a swastika or something?
No, it was like this giant like earth that like, it was like the Las Vegas Dome, but like inside of SoFi Arena. And he was like on top of it, and there's like smoke and clouds. And it was pretty sick. If I could have got into that concert for free, I'm not gonna lie, I probably would have gone. Like the music is still, besides the one album, the music is still really good. The problem is the person is extremely problematic, and I try not to give them any business or money.
I just find the idea of a white supremacist it just makes me laugh. I know he said awful things. It still makes me laugh at it. Just the awfulness of it it's so funny to me that I can't. Is he
technically a white supremacist though? I mean, if we break it down, I think he thinks there's a Jewish cabal, and I think he thinks, thank God, excuse me, Yahweh, and I think he thinks the rich are being persecuted. I don't think he's a white supremacist. I think he's doesn't believe in class warfare, and he believes that the Jews are controlling everything.
Hey, keep that on the download, dude. Okay, we don't want anybody to know, either. I actually have control of most.
Scrambling the jets.
Yeah, I have control of most of Southern California. at this moment from my apartment as a Jew who controls everything.
What can you flip on and off?
Allergy season.
Whoa, you can. What have you been doing though? Why have you just let it rampage your body?
You know, you don't want to make it obvious that you're in control, so you want to seem like you're just as affected by, you know, all the pollen in the air as everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I could turn off this faucet of a nose in just with just a flip of a switch, honestly. But I don't, just to sort of.
You lost the switch.
I didn't lose it. I have it.
I stashed it at the top of Mount Sinai.
It's top of Cedar Sinai. I was there recently and I left my weather flipping switch in the colonoscopy room. I left it up my ass. They took it out during the colonoscopy and they were like, "What is this? We don't know what this is." And they gave it to the head of Cedar Sinai so that he can now control the weather. But I don't know. I just find the Kanye thing funny. I know you're supposed to be like, that's horrible, but I can't help but laugh at like.
Look, you can laugh at horrible things.
I do. I laugh at horrible things all the time.
Sometimes you need humor as well as sadness, and they all have to go hand in hand to create this, like, you know, vibrant emotional palette.
That is life, yes. But like, I just remember there was like a group of people on some overpass holding up a sign saying Kanye West is right or something like that, and they were called themselves the Goyim Defense League. That is a slur for non-Jewish people, so they called themselves the slur. Goyim is a mean word for non-Jewish people. That they called themselves by the slur, and that would be like if I called a group I was in, like a Jewish group, if I called it like, you know, League of Cakes or something like that, and that's what we called ourselves. That's why it's so funny to me, because they're so stupid in calling themselves the slur that is an insult to them. They're not taking the word back. They're just calling themselves something stupid out of ignorance. So that's why I find it funny.
Are you sure they're ignorant? Probably, yeah.
Racists, white supremacists generally are pretty dumb. I don't think Kanye West is stupid. I honestly don't. I saw him interviewed on a podcast once, and I was like, oh my God, this guy has like the mind of an artist. He just sort of free associates and writes down ideas. And it was like, he's like, wait, say that again? Yeah, you wrote that down. It was amazing, like, seeing how his mind works, because it really doesn't work like other people's. And sometimes you just fall down the white supremacy rabbit hole. You know, my nose is getting more stuffed by the minute because I'm trying to hide the fact that I have a control over the Santa Ana winds.
This podcast is also getting stuffed by the minute. Maybe overstuffed. It may be This Is Unusable.
It was This Is Unusable.
I've been Tyler Martin.
I've been one dumb fuck talking into a microphone. You've been another dumb fuck talking into a microphone.
He said to himself twice.
I'm Ben Steinberg. Thank you for bearing with my horrible allergies.
Remember, even though you might feel useless out there, you probably are.
Yeah, if you think you're useless, try harder.